there have been a lot more deaths, and that I've been linked to somebody that was there for a lot of them.
Did you have any concerns that there was a rise in the mortality rate?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about that. What concerns did you have?
I think we'd all just noticed as a team in general, the nursing staff, that this was a rise compared to previous years.
Letby, a neonatal nurse at the Countess of Chester Hospital in Chester, where infant deaths were unusually frequent, was detained in July 2018. She had worked there since 2011. She was arrested again in connection with additional infant deaths at the hospital in June 2019 and again in November 2020 after being released on bail. She was charged with 8 counts of murder and 10 counts of attempted murder the day after her last arrest. Lucy Letby was born on January 4, 1990 as the only child of a finance manager and an accounts clerk. According to a childhood friend, she was a studious girl who wanted to be a nurse responsible for newborns from an early age. Letby pursued her education in nursing at the University of Chester, where she also worked as a student nurse during her 3 years of training, carrying out placements at Liverpool Women's Hospital and the Countess of Chester Hospital. Letby started her career as a registered nurse at the Countess of Chester Hospital's neonatal unit in 2012. Letby also took part in a fundraiser to support the hospital's new neonatal unit. An informal review conducted in June 2015 by a consultant and lead neonatologist at the Countess of Chester Hospital NHS Foundation Trust revealed troubling details regarding 4 unexplained collapses that occurred in the same unit. 3 of these cases resulted in deaths in the same month. In October 2015, a ward manager conducted her own review, noting that Letby was the only staff member consistently present throughout these incidents. In February 2016, the lead neonatologist, along with other consultants, concluded a thematic review investigating 5 unexplained deaths and collapses within the unit. Following their investigation, they came to the conclusion that Nurse Letby's presence was the only thing these cases had in common. Following a year-long investigation, Letby was detained by police on July 3, 2018, on suspicion of 8 counts of murder and 6 counts of attempted murder. Police searched Letby's Chester residence after she was taken into custody. The investigation was subsequently expanded to include Letby's former workplace, Liverpool Women's Hospital, following his arrest. Although police have started looking into Letby's entire career, including her time at Liverpool Women's Hospital, since her conviction, there was no evidence found during the initial investigation that patients at the hospital had been harmed in any way. On October 10, 2022, Letby's trial at Manchester Crown Court began before Mr. Justice Goss. She entered a not guilty plea to 15 counts of attempted murder as well as 7 counts of murder. The victims' families, as well as Letby's parents, were present at the trial. According to Letby's defense attorney, the prosecution's case was driven by the assumption that someone was doing deliberate harm combined with the coincidence on some occasions of Miss Letby's presence, and that Letby was a dedicated nurse in a system which has failed. A handwritten note from Letby that read, "I am evil, I did this, and that she killed them on purpose," was presented by the prosecution on the 4th day of the trial. After a 9-month trial, the jury was instructed to deliberate on July 10, 2023. The jury returned verdicts over the course of several days beginning on August 8. However, it wasn't until August 18 that the final verdicts were delivered that they were made public. Letby was found guilty of the murder of 7 babies on 7 counts. She killed them by overfeeding them, poisoning them with insulin, injecting them with air, and hitting them with medical equipment. She was given the harshest sentence allowed by English law, life in prison with a whole life order, making her the 4th woman in UK legal history to receive such a sentence. Possible motives for the killings remains unclear.